I always want to do an intro type joint. I guess this is my chance. I'm Woody Wooder 2, and welcome to the Album Review Club. Get your drinks, get your smoke. I'm gonna get my partners in here. We're gonna get right.
And he's here. Woohoo! Oh, I missed the third. Your time is up. My time is now. Oh, that could be the next album right there. That class. Yo, yo. What's up in the studio?
What's it fucked up, man? Damn. Early.
Man, coming in playing off the ringtone.
There we go.
I was really trying to keep it PG. I was really trying to keep it PG.
Hey, Derek, hey, pull up. You hear that shit?
You civilian gang and real like you PC. You know who really bang.
No. Let's not fuck around. What up? It's your boy Cheddar in the building, representing the land. So those of y'all that know, this week we're doing Nothing Was the Same. And the reason why I picked this album for this to listen to this week was number one, we did Kendrick last week, so I felt like we kind of had to, you know what I'm saying? We had to do something with Drake. And it's kind of sort of between, for me at least, between Take Care and Nothing Was the Same. The reason why I picked Nothing Was the Same is because I felt like Take Care, even though it had a lot more smash hits on it, you know, like it came with the motto, it came with a lot of bangers on there, Marvin Drum. I felt like the album was sort of kind of all over the place, you know what I'm saying? Nothing Was the Same kind of felt a little bit more concise, a little bit more focused, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of represents like a point of Drake's time where he like was coming out his Young Money show, you know?
Dang, Kofi, you ain't had to jump out in front of the train. Defend it.
I'm just I came a little apprehensive. I'm sorry.
Hey,
hold on. I respect what Kofi did. You gotta respect the flow, though, Kofi. You got, let Boo introduce us. And also, I just want to remind everyone before we get started, he lost. It's okay. It's okay that he lost. It's okay. Nobody's mad at him. Come on.
All right. Well, welcome to the Album Review Club. I'm in here. I play a partners. Facts. His mustache as his track. But we up in here first and foremost. K-Chedda, shoot. Tell us who you is, bro.
I came in kind of hot, but no, man, it's your boy K-Chedda. Like I said, representing the North Side.
Straight,
you know what I'm saying?
Straight from Brampton.
Where's the birth certificate?
Jared, more shots to Jared.
More shots. But of course, you got the best friend, JT40 in the building.
Hey, hello. Top of the morning.
and last but not least. All right, so this week.
No problem. Say less. Okay, say less.
Man, talk your shit. Talk your shit,
Look,
fool.
man, you already know what's going on, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a nice little, hopefully cordial album review. Everything's cool. No one's gonna talk about Canada. No one's gonna bring up Compton.
Hey,
Everything will be fine, and we should go from here. I'm sure that this will remain respectful for the rest of the review.
man, y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. He came back with a throwback Raptors
You know
jersey.
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Represent all day. Cause like my man Drake said, you know what I'm saying? Hardly home, but always repping. You know what I'm saying?
Sheesh. So, hey,
That bomb.
um,
Oh no, it's gonna be like this. Oh no.
all right. Like I said, we did Nothing Was the Same from Aubrey Drizzy Graham. It dropped in 2013 when we was 21 or turning 21. Is Drake's third studio album. It led with 7 singles, which included "Started from the Bottom," "Hold On, We're Going Home," "All Me," "Pound Cake," "The Language," "Too Much," and "Worst Behavior." Um, all of them went platinum at least once. I think his hottest song was "Hold On, We're Going Home," which peaked at number 4. Got some MTV awards and a whole bunch of platinums. I think it's 9 of them. Started from the bottom, went 6 times platinum. Yeah, but first week it sold 658K. It went number 1 on the charts, on a whole bunch of charts. It got a slew of awards. 6 times platinum in the U.S. and 3 times platinum for the resident Canadians in the building. That is the tell of the tape. So we gonna jump right into it. Chedda, you already answered the question, but we're gonna ask again. Why did you choose this album?
Okay. Like I said, man, we did Kendrick last week. I feel like we had, in my opinion, I had to do something for the hometown hero. Uh, it was between Take Care and Nothing Was the Same. I feel like Nothing Was the Same was Drake breaking out his Young Money shell and kind of like laying out his roots as the Drake we know it today. He's kind of stepping out of that box. Take Care had a lot of features from like Wayne, Nicki Minaj, Birdman, stuff like that. He was breaking out of the shell for this one, kind of refining what we know as Drake. Um, but yeah. Oh, also, let me just go ahead and say too. I acknowledge that Kendrick won the beef. But what I will say, what I've always said as well, is that I feel like Family Matters is
Hey, hold on, my bad. Hey,
tough
my
track.
bad, my bad. I lost internet connection really fast. What'd you just say?
Oh no, I mean, okay, this has always been my point, straight up. Kendrick won that beef, no questions asked. But Family Matters is a tough record. Family Matters is if he hadn't dropped whatever it was right after, 30 seconds after, 5 minutes later, I feel like Family Matters would have more time to breathe and people would acknowledge the fact that was a tough record. But anyway, regardless of that, what was that? Oh yeah. So yeah, man, that's why I picked this album.
Those are your words from the resident hometown hero.
Hey,
Hey, 40. I'm pretty sure this was probably one of your first times listening to this album.
Yep.
Overall, like, what's on your mind?
Hold on. Early on, timeout. You're not going to just go at 40 like that. Be like, yeah, I know, your people, I mean, it might have just, come on now, him and Drake got one main thing in common, but I was told not to bring it up.
Well, they have to because there's a lot of
They
things that
both
Drake
part
says
the
that I don't
mixed
want to be
people.
associated with. If that makes sense. So
They
yes,
both
we're both
50-50.
multiracial. we're both actually Drake might be blacker than me to be honest with you. So that's and he
It
can't.
doesn't matter.
And ever since his
Wait,
pass
it
got
doesn't
taken, this
matter.
album. When you listen to this album in retrospect, when Kendrick took his pass, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I start to dislike Drake more because he says the word a lot. He gets a little too comfortable, and you just kind of sit there going like, Drake, you're on Degrassi, man. I don't remember. I don't believe this. They got pictures of you in blackface, brother. I don't know, man. That's tough. But I mean, honestly, the first time I knew I don't like Drake, like just because of what he's about. And when I was listening to it, I was like, oh, this is just Big Sean, but better. And so if you heard that a Big Sean review, Just be prepared because it's about to be like that, but better.
Hey, man, it's about to be a long night, Kofi. Hey, full up.
Side note. Another reason why I picked this album is because there was a feature on that I knew, Justin would love. That's another part of the reason why. But anyway, go ahead.
Full up. Do you remember this album coming out?
Okay, so hear me out, bro. First of all, I love how 40 was like, I just don't like Drake because, you know, of everything that he's about. Just like, bro. Ah, damn, I ain't never hated a nigga for everything that he's about. Jesus Christ. All right, but no, so we were all in college and everything, whatever. I do remember this album coming out. This shit hit like a goddamn truck. I mean, we gonna go ahead and be real. All the platinums and everything else that you listed, all of that shit hit, and it was played for like. It felt like we played this album for a year. It felt like we played the fuck out of this album. So it's like, I have fond memories of this album. It really kind of encapsulated like everything that college was back then. Niggas was out here driving around late night, listening to like Drake, going to their sneaky links, having their sneaky links come over. It was like that's all this was. Started from the bottom, all the stuff. Like it was just. It seemed like it was like the album to like really capture like how we felt in like the early 2010s. And so yeah, man. I mean, weirdly enough, I had a different opinion than the one that I'm gonna give for the review before this album. But going back for this week, I was like, I was impressed. Like, I'm not gonna cap. I was impressed. I already had a pretty high opinion of this album because I was like, I thought this was like the best Drake has ever been. This or Views, that period. But this was pretty fucking good. It's like, I ain't gonna lie, but it's back on you, bro.
All right, good deal. Well, I remember when this album came out, and it's crazy that going back and listening to this album, it kind of gave me, some type of nostalgia that I felt like when I started playing it instantly. And I had the same exact response as I did when I first heard this album. And I remember exactly where I was. I remember exactly what I was doing. I was walking through campus. I was over by the EUC, and I was playing this album, and I turned that shit off. Man, I'm telling you, like, I was driving down the street. I got to like song number 3, 4, and I turned that shit off because I was like, I can't do this shit right now. I'm gonna have to. This album ain't really for me. It really ain't for me. And I personally was trying to figure out why Kofi decided to choose this album after Good Kid, Mad City, but that's a whole different thing. But anybody who's just tuning in, we doing nothing less the same by Drake. It looks like we got a split board across the screen right now. But drop in the comments what your favorite song is off of it. Drop in the comments. Who's right? Are you going for Hometown Hero?
If there isn't any of these, then you can just put a random song on it. I won't even be mad because I understand.
But
Why not?
Cheddar, put me on. What songs did you like off of this? What made this a A+ album for you?
So like, definitely starting from the bottom. That was a big one for me. I mean, like one of my favorite things about the album is like, I feel like it's you can kind of chill out to it. Like you can really vibe to this album. You can ride down the street rocking to it. You can like play it at the crib when you're just chilling. Like it's it's a very smooth album in my opinion. I don't know. I mean honestly, from there's not a lot of songs I didn't hate. Tuscan Leather I thought was kind of fired as an intro. I do like his intro on Views a little bit more. It was just come in intro tracks, but like I felt like it was solid. It was a little bit braggadocious. It was a little bit Drake kind of doing his thing. And one thing I don't like about Drake is I don't like singing Drake. Like I like melodic Drake. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I like Drake with a little bit of melody to his song, which is what this album was. But I hate when Drake gets on. It's like, you know what? Let me try singing to people. Let me try singing to the people, which I feel like he did a lot more on Take Care. So, I mean, the language was fire shit. Worst behavior. First time with Janae Aiko. I mean, and one thing I've noticed about Drake is I don't know if anybody's noticed it too, but like I feel like every time he has somebody featured, well, I guess it's only most of his features were just pretty much Janae Aiko or Rihanna or something like that, and he was hooking up with them at the time. So I feel like their chemistry kind of really comes across in the music they make together. So I mean, it's just like I don't know, it's a song I enjoy.
The music, they was fucking.
I mean, sometimes chemistry bleeds into the art. I don't know, man.
That would be a good little research topic to be like, all right, let's go and find someone he wasn't fucking, that he did like a R&B kind of duo to, and see if there was some chemistry there. Because maybe he was doing something on the side. Who knows? It's straight. It's BBL Drizzy up here.
You could feel his cheating through the music. He was cheating real bad. but 40, I know I was expecting you to love it because all the Wu-Tang references.
Oh God.
It was a good 5.
Well, we're not talking about the stuff we didn't like about the album, so I ain't gonna go there just yet. But the songs we did like. All right, let's be 100% here. Tuscan Leather is actually a good song. It's a surprise. It starts the album off perfectly. You can't really get mad at it. It's just like it's solid. It's just a solid song. Started from the bottom. That's just an anthem. Like you can't get mad at that. Those are anthem songs. I like All Me. That's kind of like here's where it kind of becomes dicey, right? I like All Me, and I think that will be in my top 3, if not top, just because of 2 Chainz. I love 2 Chainz' part in it. So I'm just like, that was just, and it's like the end of the album. So it's like, oh, the album's done, but we got to listen to 2 Chainz right at the back. And even though Big Sean finishes it, and I got some things to say about that, 2 Chainz was there, and I'm shout out to 2 Chainz. Everything else, okay. I'll pass it off to Fullo because I think that's about it. I got nothing else to say.
Fullo?
Okay. All right, bro. All right, so here's the deal. From my highlights, right? Fuck. Okay, it's gonna be kind of hard, bro. I'm gonna be real with you because it's like, I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna put it like this. I have very fond memories of this album. I feel like this is probably like one of his top 2, top 3 best like compilations of music, right? Especially as a solo artist. I gotta say, Kofi's right. Kofi, when he's right, he's right. Almost everything hits to a certain degree on this album. Tuscan Leather is fucking fire. My favorite song off the album is Further Sting, like straight up. I can do without Starting from the Bottom, but I remember how it hit when it hit. So like, even though I don't really fuck with it now, back then that shit was an anthem. Wu-Tang Forever. For some reason, it works. I can't really tell you what I liked about the song, but it just kind of works. Own It was ass. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was that was a low point. But we're gonna get to that later. I could do without Worse Behavior, but like the Janae Aiko features specifically come through. I didn't really like From Time. That's me personally, but specifically come through. It's a lot up here, bro. Like the low lights, it's almost like, let me see how many songs are on there. So I'd say it's about 9, 10. Like, okay, these songs are good to great, and you got like 5 like slumps. That's a pretty good ratio. Like that's a really, really good ratio, because especially when like niggas be out here dropping garbage. Niggas be out here dropping like 22 album songs or 22 song albums, and it's like no shade to Chris Brown, but it's like, bro, come on. I'm I'm not sorting through this. It's way too much shit, bro. So Drake drops a 13, 15 track album. You give me 10 songs that we can bump. We're here we are like 10, 11 years later, and this shit still kind of hit, bro. Like, I gotta give credit where credit is due, bro. This this shit was, once again, I'll give you guys the review, the number score later, but like on review, I thought this album was good. My opinion of this album after going back and like revisiting it has gone up. So I'll leave it at that.
Man, I don't really know if I can agree with that. I hate to say it. But the songs I did like, All Me, classic, 2 Chainz in his prime. Come on now, you can't stop that. Too Much, I enjoy it. It works for me. And From Time, I actually like From Time. So I mean, that's my likes about it. But for me, it felt like it was half fire, like going crazy, and the other half was just like Drake trying to connect songs with other songs by putting the same sample on different songs, and he'll split a song in 2, and he'll make half the song fire, the second half of the song be fire, the first half be trash. And then he'll have a song that rolls over into another song, which is basically the same thing as making two songs. We could just split up two songs. It was just a lot. It was just a lot. Wu-Tang Forever couldn't stand it because he sung the chorus about, he sung the hook.
Hey, yo, okay, hold on. Okay, yo. I can't let you do this, bro. Like I can't make you make me a Drake defender, but this is getting out of pocket. This is getting out of. You ain't even got through half your shit. This is getting out of pocket. What do you mean, like you liked From Time, but didn't like Wu-Tang Forever? Didn't like Come Through? Like, come on now.
I'm sure that's why as well.
In Wu-Tang Forever, he was singing the hook and the chorus about a woman, then dedicated the verses to his niggas. What is we talking about? I'm confused.
Okay, so so we're at the point now where you like he's like, man, I'm not really talking about how he rapped or how the album was put together, but I would have put this verse over here. That's hate. That's hate. Look, we both haters. I know what hate sounds like.
What's messed up? I want to say, let me see. I was like, Own It is just sample. It's basically the second half of Wu-Tang Forever. That's pretty much what it is. I would have been, I would have been if Own It was more like Wu-Tang Forever. Like,
okay, touche. But once again, I'm throwing my red flag. I'm throwing my red flag. You're not going to sit over here and shit on Wu-Tang Forever.
No, but
sorry.
It's just two separate songs that was separated somehow, which would have sounded better if it was together. And that's all I'm saying.
But I'm saying, but if you listen to an album and you just let the tracks run together, then it works out just fine.
But he did that.
Just listen to the album.
This one he listened to the album. Wait. He listened to the album on shuffle. He's like, man, none of it goes together.
That's what I'm saying. It's a solid project.
I listened to
it
straight up. I listened to it straight up. And if you're doing that with every single song on the album, where you up there got two songs and one song, shit gets old. Cut the shit out. Make a different song. And you finally make a different song and it's just using the same sample? Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now. But, you know, you got to respect, of course, you have to respect Drake and all his accomplishments. Start from the bottom, classic song. It is a classic song, but it gets old after the first verse.
Wait, what was that? You gotta respect Drake. Yo, see, this is the problem, bro. As someone who's like, I'm a Kendrick stan, and I'm over here listening to someone like tear down Drake, and I'm kind of just like, all right, man, come on now. We gotta respect Drake. Okay, say what you want to say, but like, don't act like he didn't leave Earth. If he didn't leave Earth on this album, it was if you're reading this, it's too late. So it's like you can't act like this shit was just like, eh. Also, side note, I didn't want to play this card because you're my boy.
Man, yo, hurry up, man. Come on.
Let me finish. I didn't want to play this card. This is what the red flag is for. I didn't want to play this card, but I knew you during these years. It
should have been your
answer. Here you go. I got to pull somebody's card. You played this album. Man. So what's going on, Woo?
I'll listen to 2 Chainz.
It wasn't just 2 Chainz verse over and over.
If only.
That's what I thought on these damn flags. The language does it again. The language would have been a better song somewhere else on the album, but then you ended off with Birdman. For real? You gonna put Birdman? Act like this song gonna be it's the classic? No, ain't no classic got a Birdman feature on it.
He's 100% right.
Man. Okay, but
like at that point,
but it was fine though. It was fine.
No, it wasn't fine. It brought down the whole fucking song. Like, if someone was to say they hated that song because of the Birdman feature, I'd be like, I mean,
listen, he had to keep the track from being a smash hit somehow. You know what I'm saying? He had to bring it down for people's ears a little bit. I guess I don't know. I can't defend it.
And then it rolls over to 305 in My City, which is just his sample that says, I just might bring in some girls from Miami to hit up this city, and that's word to Stunner. We still Birdman, man. But
and I will say,
real talk. We're going a little bit off script, but real talk. I was running this morning listening to that transition, For some reason, that did stick out. When it went over to that part and he was like, it's just word up the stunner, I was like, nigga, that was the worst part about the last song. It's like, why are you reminding me about the worst part of that song?
But what I mean, everybody that's in the comments, drop your least favorite works from this album, or what you ain't like about it. But Cheddar, you gotta bite the bullet, man. What would you be good without from this album?
Okay, I will say one thing. Not that something I'll be good without, but like one thing I was kind of sort of torn about was because "Hold On, We're Going Home," right? Don't get me wrong, that's probably the biggest hit off this album,
Yeah.
right? But my thing is, the song it just feels like the song should have been The Weeknd, which I know The Weeknd probably like I think co-wrote some of that shit, but it just feels like a song that should have been The Weeknd. And there's nothing wrong with Drake doing it. It just felt so much like it came from The Weeknd. It should have been The Weeknd. Like he even brought up Majid Jordan, who probably I don't listen to much of Majid Jordan, but like I feel like he's like a mix between The Weeknd and Khaled or something like that. Anyway, like I feel like the song should have been The Weeknd. I love the song. I think it's fire. But like that's one
The
thing.
worst part about what he said is that Majid Jordan is 2 people.
I told you I don't listen to them much. But other than that, man, 305 to My City, I'm kind of torn about because, I mean, the shit with the detail, I kind of go back and forth about because, you know, he's got all his legal troubles. I mean, can't say much about that. But, I mean, other than that, man, there's not much I really hated from this album. I thought it was, at worst, decent. There's not much I like hated about the album.
Hey, well, we gonna need some real hate in here, so we gonna pass that thing.
When he said real hey, I was like, who's he going to? I'm like, oh wait, I know who he's talking about. All right, so let me be honest here. I'm gonna go and put my cards on the table so that everyone knows where I'm coming from. I am inherently biased against Drake, not from like all the Kendrick stuff or whatever and all that other stuff. I just don't like his music because it's boring to me. And it's because like if you were trying to start a music company, you pick Drake because he can do everything above average, and then you just have to go and get a whole bunch of ghostwriters for him, and then you have classics. Like you're basically done. Congratulations, you have basically cemented at least 5 years of consistent albums. Like you're good. Here's the problem. This album is not made for me at all. It's like it's so boring because it's meant to be an album you can play for you and your friends to chill with, to go and kind of have something running in the background. It's basically just a better Big Sean album. And then whenever he's like talking about girls or something, it's like, all right, cool. But then he starts doing all the R&B stuff. And you're like, and I don't like that R&B shit. Like I do like R&B when it's done properly, but he does it as a way to just be like, all right, ladies, here's a song for you. And then the next song is going to be about that all the fellas going to go and jump to. And I'm like, God, man, damn. And then like a lot of the stuff he says, like Worst Behavior, I didn't know what he was talking about and who he was upset about. I was like, are you mad at your dad or are you mad about everybody else? Like who? And I guess it was everybody else, but he's like motherfucker didn't love you. So I'm like, are you talking about God? Are you mad at like you're like someone that you're like I don't know, like who are you mad at? Like, tell me, please. Then you started using freaking. He fucking pulled Wu-Tang into it for no reason. Wu-Tang was out here living their best life, living in obscurity.
Hold on.
Like everyone knew, but they didn't. No one brings up Wu-Tang like that until the Wu-Tang American started, which is what I was fine with. What's up? Go ahead. You got a second.
Hold on real quick. Hold on. Let's get to this flag and see what Kofi had to say before you go on. Continue on.
I was just, hold up. Hold my phone. That's all I wanted.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
I
can't say worst behavior for myself.
Look, is this album well produced? Absolutely. Is Drake good on most of these songs? Yes. Is the people that he gets to bring into these songs good? Yeah. But this album already is going to start off at a B+ because none of these songs are for me. None of these songs. I listened to this album multiple times, back to back to back, and eventually everything came together until like I would just hear like, oh, started from the bottom. Okay, now I know that one. Oh, Worst Behavior because he says it 155,000 times. And we're on the Worst Behavior. I would be sitting here waiting to jump in for him to go and hit a bar, and he was like, "I'm going, motherfucker, never loved it." I'm like, God, please give me a bar. And then I'm like waiting for the bar to come in, and then he goes, oh nope, motherfucker never love. I was like, all right, well, Drake doesn't love us either because he ain't giving us no bars today.
Hold
But
up.
and then like
Hold my phone.
look, then like then I can't really take points off of the like R&B style. Like this is for the ladies. I'm talking about how much I love somebody. There was a song he was talking about. One of his bars was basically just like, look, you're in the top 2, but money comes ahead of everybody. But I do miss you, girl. And I was kind of just like, what the fuck, Drake? Like you're some bum ass motherfucker. No wonder you pretend you don't have kids. Come on now. But fuck, man, there's so many songs that I just didn't care about. I wanted to like Pound Cake. And then Jay-Z came out, and I'm like, I'm good. I don't like this song no more. I don't even know why. I know Jay-Z wasn't even that bad, but like, shit's crazy.
Oh, wait, we calling it.
God,
We
oh my God.
too far.
You out of here. See, here's the deal. Every so often, see, for people who don't know, we got like a little red flag when someone says something flagrant. We got to pop up. You know what I'm saying? The words of kids, we got to pop out and show niggas, right? Then you have one we have right here where it's like, hey, man, you didn't like the album? That's fine. Hey, man, you didn't like him saying worst behavior a whole bunch of times? I get it. Y'all not gonna sit here and make me fucking defend goddamn Jay-Z. So first of all, we're not gonna act like his fucking verse wasn't fire on this goddamn album. We're not gonna sit out here and act like his verse wasn't fire. That's number one. Number two, you can say you don't like the tracks, and that is fair. I will not disagree if someone's like, hey, I didn't like how Drake was rapping on this album. Fine. We're not gonna act like he just had no bars. Oh, he's out here just fucking
Let me go and
you
clarify
had your
this.
chance.
No.
Let
Let me clarify this stuff. Pound Cake comes
you
in.
had your chance. You were Drake 2024 in the Kendrick beat. You fumbled. All right, and this is where I come through. All right, this is
No,
where
I
I
can
come
explain
through.
exactly why Pound Cake didn't work. Pound Cake comes in like literally at least 6 or 7 songs after I tuned out of this album because Worst Behavior went through for so long, and then everything was just either a love song or some shit that I didn't care about. And then Pound Cake, the first time I heard it, I was like, oh, this is dope. And then every time I kept listening to it, by the time I get to Pound Cake, I'm ready for the album to be done. Then All Me comes out, and I'm like, okay, finally the album's over. Woohoo. And then 2K hits the verse, and I'm like,
once again, I'm trying to be nice. But it's my fucking turn. I'm about to cook this nigga. See, I was trying to be nice up here. You know what I'm saying? I've been sipping. All of it's gone. I was trying to keep a level head. He's spazzing. Woo, it's not my fault. What's about to happen is him. Ain't no flag on saving him. So here's what I'm gonna do, bro. First of all, on worst behavior, Drake goes back and talks. We did. Hold on. On worst behavior, he goes back and references one of Mace's best verses, which you probably don't know because you're mixed. Yeah, I said it. Which you probably tell me who hot, who not. Oh, but here's the deal. I wouldn't expect you to know our lingo. I wouldn't
can we
expect you to know our
confirm?
lingo.
Can we confirm that Mace did not even write that song?
But it's all good.
Huh?
Mace could have wrote that and just been doing it himself. Mace could have been like Drake, just say this.
I'm gonna keep it like this. I'm gonna keep it like this because I'm gonna try to get back to the lowlights. The lowlights for me, we're gonna keep it real simple because I don't know what the fuck this nigga talking about. The lowlights, we're gonna keep it real simple. Own It, trash. Own It was like literally, I forgot that song existed until we went back and had to listen to it. 305 in My City, same thing as Cheddar said. Something about detail. I'm happy his career failed. I remember at the time, I was like, I never want to hear a verse from him again. I was like, I don't know what Detail doing. I hope he not making music. Too Much. I don't know why, but I've always hated Sampha's voice, and it's because of this song. So I never gave Sampha a try after this because I hated how he was on this song. Aside from that, there's no lowlights. There's songs I wouldn't like play again. Sure. Again, I'm not a big fan of Front Time, but like as far as like everything else, it's fire. Hold on, time out. We're gonna check with the comments. All right, so Hove versus Goated. All right, that's a little bit too much, but it wasn't a bad verse. We're gonna give it to him. It wasn't a bad verse, but we're not gonna act like everything Jay-Z touches is fire. Let's not do that. Pound Cake. Regardless of how you feel, Pound Cake is like that's wild, high tier lyricism for that time period. That was like you had the biggest rapper in the world or the up and coming star really, really rapping. Same thing with Tuscan Leather. He's really, really rapping and he was really, really cooking. Also, Triple Beeman, Sampha,
Or,
no, never Sampha. No, like somebody put the water emoji so we can put that fire out. Sampha garbage,
or,
fam. And guess what? That's why we ain't heard nothing from him.
for Tusky Leather, that's one of the songs where I feel like the first part of the song was trash, and you can. I love the second half of it, beautiful, and he was right. Why the intro so long? Why he taking too much? Just give me the second. Oh, what?
But for lowlights, though, I'm about to pass it
Get
on
a
to Woo.
E
But for
for effort.
lowlights, once again, man, I was very surprised when I went back and listened to this album. It's not a lot of lowlights. Like it's like maybe 4 or 5 songs take her to leave.
Wait, there's one little I wanted to add that Justin did kind of remind me. Something Justin did kind of remind me of it. It's because like every once in a while I do check credits on some of these like production, writing, all that stuff. I will say Drake was listed like 4 or 5 or 6 on a lot of these writing credits on some of these songs, which is a little disappointing. A little disappointing, but yeah, no, that's another low light I did have. But yeah, you know.
For those that are just joining, welcome to the album review club. We are reviewing What's the Same. It got a little tense for a second because it's a weird air right now. Jerry's
Hey, real fast. Woo, you gotta do it one time for the people. And you might be like, nothing was the same. Come on, give us the melodic Drake. Come on. I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he. Go ahead.
Where's the
I'm not
flag?
going
Drake
Flag.
I like
No,
Drake,
never again, Fuller. Never again.
I like Drake when he rapping on the melodies. I don't care for singing Drake, but
Listen, Kendrick just opened his mouth. I'm
Hold
gonna go get him a Grammy
on.
right now.
Once again, we're going off script. How can y'all listen to this album and be like, yeah, man, I don't really like Drake when he sings. This is the wrong album then. This is the wrong
No,
album.
okay, no. I mean, like straight up, like singing, versus him just kind of hitting the melody on some of these shit.
I
Yeah.
mean, but he from Toronto like you, so like, aren't y'all all, you know what I'm saying? Aren't y'all, say big things happening, huh?
I can't.
Oh man.
but I don't even know where to go with it no more. Try to close this out. How you feel about it? What's your rating on it?
What's the scope?
Okay.
What's the scope?
All right. Honestly, I'd give this a solid B plus. I feel like it was, like I said, it's a solid album I could ride out to at any time. I just feel like some of the hits didn't hit as hard as like Take Care, or didn't hit as hard. Even what was the one that came right after this? If you're seeing this, it's too late. Whatever it was. There's a lot of hits that he had around this album that I feel like hit harder. But for the most part, I give it a solid B plus. Like I said.
I have a flag on the plate, right quick. So you,
Yeah,
I just for the
My
jury
ratings are
out
all
there,
over the place.
Your Honor, this guy did say that he liked the entire album, and then he gives it a B plus.
No, okay, listen.
At what
There's
point?
nothing wrong with a B plus. Y'all keep hating on these ratings.
Okay, so wait, hold on. Time out. Everybody calm down. Take a deep breath. Get your composure. All I'm going to say is, whatever's about to happen, 40's right. You can't be like, I like, man, 15 songs, I'm like,
Come out. You come out here and you force us to eat. You say, here's this great meal. It's a classic. Enjoy. Take it. I've ever had. Then when it's time to give the rating, it's like, it's actually just B plus for me, man. It's like, wait, where does the good rating go?
What it sounds like, Justin, correct me if I'm wrong. What it sounds like is Chedda ain't standing on business. That's what it sounds like.
It sounds
Like
to
he
me
don't want to
that he
be.
gave it a point extra. So he went from a B plus, and in his heart, it's an A plus because it came from Canada. And I think that is unfair. Because he didn't make this album in Canada. He made it in America. And it's sold in America. So let's just...
You already know Canada don't make nothing. So the few product that Canada engaged with the world.
All Canada is known for is ice fishing and hockey. That's it. And sometimes maple syrup, but America's on that shit.
I would just like to throw out that
the
the assignment that I gave you guys was to bring an A plus album that you believe in to the book.
No.
You trying to give us a B plus?
There's much other
Hold
A
on, we
plus
gotta
ones
point
that I
out.
probably would have put.
Stop. We gotta check the comments. Everybody looking at Kofi kind of
I know.
weird.
I
We
Hold on.
know,
looking
man.
at you kind
Yeah,
of
you're
weird
wrong, man.
right now.
Listen,
Kobe, let me defend you right quick. I got a perfect defense for you, my friend. I love you to death. I understand. You want to stay away from anything that would resemble an A minor. I understand. I get it. I completely understand. Right? You didn't want to do your boy like that. You didn't want to keep it in the perspective. I got you. So a B plus is really just an A plus, but we can't say it because it's an
He saved you, bro. He saved you. He was like,
Word.
it's not quite an A plus. It's not quite an A, but I can't give it an A minor. Yo, let's go.
Uh, yo,
They caught me off guard. They caught me
man,
off guard.
for you, bro, you got it. You got the table, man.
Hey, go ahead, Justin.
all right. Well, so now you, if you're really gonna stick to this B plus, because
I'll give it an A minus.
my okay, A minor, okay, but
Wait, hey, yo, hold on,
let's
hold on.
let's break down right. So I think that everyone who said positive things about this album, like I do agree with you guys. I think my bias is in this because I just innately don't like hip hop albums, especially the way Drake does it, because it's so it ain't special to me. It's just people who know how to make pop albums, and they're just like, let's go ahead and make something that's gonna be popular. Boom. So innately, I was gonna start a B plus. Now wherever my grade goes, just add a point to it for yourself because my bias is already taken a point off. So I think it's a B because the first six songs outside of Own It, I can get through. Like I can go and be like, damn, this might have been it. And then when it went to the parts where it was not for me, like it was not made for me. I'm not a girl that Drake had flew out from Miami or something that he's gonna have a kid with and then not say nothing about it. So I mean, obviously, that is something that it was not made for me. So that's automatically a B plus. A lot of the songs on there, he brought in Wu-Tang. That's automatically goes down to a B. And then from track 7 to track 12, all those I don't care about. Even though I like Iko, was it Janae
That Iko feature was
Aiko?
fire.
That
Iko feature was fire.
Yeah, I like her. I like her a lot, but it didn't help save the rest of those songs. I can't just pretend I remember her stuff and then just cover everything else. All Me, Start from the Bottom, Tuscan Leather. I mean, honestly, Wu-Tang Forever wasn't bad. I just don't like him talking about Wu-Tang. I don't want Wu-Tang to be associated with Drake at all. So, innately, I'm going to say a C plus to a B. And that's as far as I can go without it being too unfair. I think a C plus is way too low because the production quality, 40 did a great job. The features, everyone came out to play. Even the guys that I think you guys didn't really care for, they did what I would consider a great version of it, right? And that's honestly where I'd say is and also 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz saved this album a little bit. It ends right with you just remember 2 Chainz.
That's wild.
Facts.
I love 2 Chainz, man. Every time I'm just because there isn't anybody that I could go and say oh, this is somebody who's from it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Jay-Z kind of, but he's already been way too built by him condominiums and shit. So 2 Chainz was really that guy, and I was like, oh, this is some raunchy stuff. And then Big Sean came in and was like, hey, how's it going, guys? He's the nerdy version of Drake, where he's I can get girls, but you're really I don't think you can.
Justin, shut
Big
the fuck up. I'm sorry.
No, I mean,
Quote.
All right. We got
Way too much of my mental.
so we got a B. 40 is that's why I'm getting a B minus.
I'll give it a B minus. I think that's fair.
All right, Chedda, are you doing an A minus?
A minus.
A minus.
All right, full up. What you rocking with?
We're gonna keep it real simple, bro. This is a solid A. This is a solid A. I damn near wanted to come up here and call this bitch a classic, but I've been holding it down for the past 10 years that Drake ain't got no classics. Look, man, I think about impact. I think about the way these songs hold up, because that's like the real like testament to whether something's a classic or not, is like, can I play it years like removed from when it came out? The shit's like legit fire, bro. And then like when you actually are like when you tapped into like lyricism and you're listening to the language, or you're listening to like how he's flowing on some of these tracks like Pound Cake, this is like, people shit on Drake for a lot of different reasons, and all of them are valid. Once again, it's West Side over here, nigga. Ride till we die. But it's one of those things where it's just like, he can rap. Like, I've never said he couldn't rap. And these are some of the songs where it's just like, you can't sit here and tell me that, like, you cannot like Drake. You can't sit here and tell me he ain't rapping on some of these shits. And so, like, I'm sitting here listening to this shit, like, this is like a solid A. It's like a solid A. I may come back and do, like, say this later. I'm a big believer that Drake ain't got no classics. This is up there. Like, this is like, you edit some of these songs, you move this playlist around a little bit, you got a classic. Like, I was very, very impressed, because I remember when this album dropped, it was very passive. Like, everybody was bumping it, and some people didn't tap into it. Going back and listening to it, man, besides that Birdman feature, he basically didn't make no missteps. Like, I can see the vision of putting detail on the song. It just didn't work out. I don't see the vision of putting Birdman on the song. Just like, I don't see what that song could have like become. But I feel like they recorded that song and they were just like, yeah, man, let's throw Birdman up there. And someone in the back was just like, it's like, why not? But yeah, man, my rating is like a solid A, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, you gotta give it to Drake. You know what I'm saying?
I give it a solid B, because this is not for me. I
Hey.
give it a B. I give it a B because, you know, I can deal without half of it straight up, and I hate having to get halfway through a song before I actually start liking the song. I want to start liking the song from the beginning of it, not from the end of it. But like you said, it does hold up. I've used this album, even though I haven't really cared for it. I've used it to kind of like, you know, set moves and kickbacks and stuff like that. So, you know, it got some hits up in here, but once again, it's just not for me. It was dragging. It was dragging at certain points of it. I'm just like, all right, man, can we at least get to 2 Chainz verse? And we'll have to.
Hey, I retract my flag. I retract it.
But Justin tripping about Pound Cake because Jay-Z and all his pound cakes. Cake.
Cake.
Now,
Hey, real fast. We had this conversation off the live, so I just want to drop this in real fast. For the most part, Wu-Tang ass. Go ahead, Wu.
wow. And of course, for everybody, what's y'all rating? How y'all feel about the album? What should we have gave it? But
Which one of us do you agree with, and why was it me? Just go ahead. And explain.
yeah. So I give it a B because I can do without half of it. Half of it's fire, but I'm not gonna go back and listen that often. Quite honest with you.
It's going right back in the annals of history.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Me and Chad on the same page here. That's cap. I feel like y'all capping, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
Hold on.
I believe 40.
Let me
I
defend my
believe
point.
40. Hold on. I believe 40 because he ain't got no taste. He don't know no better. But you, once again, I was around you when this album dropped. I'm looking at you kind of different.
I'm gonna say this. If what was personified, that Drake may or may not be doing something that he should not be doing, right? Technically speaking, the audience he would have cultivated would be during this time period. I'm just saying. So if you like this album, maybe.
Oh wow.
What's your man, Zero?
I'm just kidding about that.
Well, Chedda, do you have any closing remarks for us, bro?
Man, all I want to say, man, I enjoyed this album, man. There's a lot of hits on it, man. There's you know what I'm saying? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5 hits. You know what I'm saying? There's just a ton of hits. Somehow, I don't know. But yeah, no. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you, man.
Man, full of we
No, I already said what I had to say. Look, man, it's just like I'll put it like this. Every time I say that Drake ain't got a classic, everybody always wants to bring up "Take Care," "Nothing Was the Same," "Sorry, God," whatever. right?
Views.
This album's better than Take Care. I'm not gonna argue about it right now, but this album's better than Take Care. And if this ain't good, then like you can't say Drake. If you don't like this album, you can't say Drake has a classic. That's like basically me restating the fact that like this is as close as he's ever come. And I know that everybody gets riled up about if you're reading this is too late. That was fire. Unlike this, I hear no one playing if you're reading this too late. I remember when it dropped.
That's fair.
I don't hear nobody playing those songs anymore. But that's it.
If you did go back and listen to it, there'd be a lot of smash hits on there. I'm just saying.
That's the thing. That's where we're going to disagree because no. No.
Well, Kofi brought us a B plus. We got a B plus in the comments. Last 40, you got.
Wait, hold on. Wait, 5 out of 13?
That's an interesting plot chart right there, man.
Hey,
5 out of 13.
That could be
Wow. They got 5 songs above average, and they're just like, you know what? I can ride with this.
Okay. So she's saying that like 5 are like peak,
Yeah.
and it brings the great. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if not, the math don't add up.
Hey.
That pie chart looking kind of messed up. If that's the case.
I don't want no problems, big fella.
always give our audience the benefit of the doubt.
We're never gonna be crazy on the audience, except for Woo. We should have cut the comments off early. 5 out of 13 is a C minus.
I mean, honestly, at 13, like a F.
Mathematically, that checks out. That's below half.
But hey, 40, you got the album of the week, man. This week.
So because we were talking about Drake, we're obviously gonna do. We're not doing another Drake album. Sorry, I can't do it. I'm gonna do exactly. So there was a couple albums I wanted to do. I'm saving one for October, just out of respect for the guy. I'm probably just gonna do Gorillaz' self-titled album because that was like my favorite album when I was growing up. I love it, and it's one of the reasons why they made that album because they were tired of pop music, and that's where my mentality has always been. So if you guys are curious as to why I'm such a naysayer on like Drake's classic album, because I was on that mindset that the Gorillaz were putting forth. It was just like, man, fuck all that. Fuck all that. There's so much good music out there. You don't need to listen to the same shit over and over. Man. That's all I'm saying.
And that's why we love you, 40. You switching it up on us. We're not doing the same old. We doing something slightly different. We exposing some people to death.
Yeah, but like, hold on, don't give him too much credit. He didn't choose Demon Days.
I didn't choose what?
Let's hold on. I said you didn't choose Demon Days. If you had chose Demon Days, I would be like, all right, I'm right here with him. It was like the
Demon Days. The reason why I can't go into it, you guys have to tune in next week. But there's reasons why I didn't choose Demon Days and I chose the self-titled. And it's because of certain tracks on the self-titled that I think do justice to the mentality of why Gorillaz even formed in the first place. Where Demon Days is just a classic album. Yeah. I just from that first track, I was like, I listened to the whole thing. And with
Woo, take it over.
But go ahead.
It has been a quite eventful night. We have our assignment. Check our stories. We're gonna be asking the viewers what y'all want us to listen to what y'all bringing to the club. Throw some ideas out there. We're gonna shoot it on our stories and take some ideas. And then next week we'll let y'all know what y'all decided that we're gonna choose. So I got a couple requests. You know, little Gucci getting thrown out there. So we about to see.
Okay, let's get it over with.
He tripping, but
finished the whole glass and now he's off the cup. He got to rehydrate with some water.
Jeezy over Gucci, y'all saw the verses. Let's not do this, cause y'all gonna make me. Go ahead, Woo. Y'all gonna make. Go ahead, Woo. Take it over.
I can go either way on that conversation, but
I only lean one way. I mean,
there's only one right answer. That's not what this live is for. But you've been saying, you know what? You've been saying some out of pocket stuff in the past 72 hours.
Man, you tripping? I spoke the truth.
Hey, go get some water, bro. Go drink, go do some push-ups.
We gonna put it up. We're gonna put it out here right now, and we're gonna see. I'm gonna get Kofi's opinion because I don't even think Justin is credible enough. So in 2004 to 2006, and we can go even further, was Nas popping like that?
Nah.
Nah? What are you doing? Nah? Out there.
I
Wait,
want to point
2004 to
out
2000
to
what?
everyone who's watching. I want to point out to everyone who's watching. Shout out to Sincere because Snowman over Gucci every day.
All day.
Ooh.
This nigga. What man said?
However, this is the same Cheddar that before last week's assignment had never heard Good Kid, Mad City. Rap opinion, and back.
Wait, really?
Follow up question. When's the last time you played Hip Hop Is Dead?
Why do you keep going back to that album?
That's the only thing he had during the time.
Listen, I will say that.
You know what? You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna make me pull Illmatic out, and then you're gonna be embarrassed.
Okay, but
Then you're gonna be embarrassed.
Illmatic from the 90s. It's not in the 2000s.
It doesn't matter. If you drop a classic, it's always a classic.
But we didn't say that. We said from 2004 to 2006.
Because here's the deal. I ain't trying to be that guy.
Even 50 slid on Nas during that time period.
Hold on. In Nas's defense, 50 slid on everybody. It's like everybody got slid on. But nah, man, look, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. Once again, Woo, go drink some water, get some sleep.
It's like,
I know what's been going. You've been acting out of character.
Hey.
You've been acting out of character. First, hey man, Gucci and Jeezy, I can go either way. No, you can't.
You can. And what's messed up? Y'all know what side I go to, but you can go either way with it.
You know what? I will because of your opinions over the past couple of days. I don't know. You might say T.I. You might say T.I.
Whoa. We ain't not gonna have any slander against the King of the South.
The King of what?
The King of the South.
The King of what? Okay, here, the last 6 minutes of this live, we about to go ahead and hash this one out. I don't want to hear no one then. I don't want to hear no one now. T.I. whack across the board. Trap music, everything else after that whack. Trap music, everything after trap music whack. And we're going to stop acting like it's not. We're going to stop acting like it's not whack.
Wow.
Really?
King was almost nothing but hits. Listen, from T.I. from
I don't want to hear nobody in the comment section. Oh my God, no, it's T.I. Y'all ain't played T.I. in years. Y'all ain't played T.I. in years.
Listen, Atlanta has like 5 kings, man. We got Jeezy, we got Gucci, we got T.I., we got.
Hold on, no. I don't want to have the comments jump on me. Y'all know it's whack. Y'all know it's whack. I'm not about to do this with y'all. Hold on, a couple people in the comments. Y'all think because y'all from Atlanta, y'all know better. Let me tell you right now.
That makes sense. Like if I'm
the rest of the country could have done without T.I. Boom. All I needed from T.I. was trap music and the movie Atlanta. Everything else, he can keep. You know what I'm saying? He's good. Stay over there.
So he is starting to convince me because I think about it, right? And there's guys that
Justin, this is
take
your word.
Okay, so hear me out. Let's say randomly, hypothetically, that we just threw out like, all right, T.I. versus Mike Jones. Mike Jones put out like 1 album. Like he put out like 2, but like people know him for like 1 album. And I'd still take Mike Jones. Boom. Like if you had to go on a race one person from history.
Boom!
Who is Mike Jones? That was crazy.
Go back and listen to Urban Legend. Go back and listen to Urban Legend.
Go back and listen to Mike Jones.
Most people didn't hear Urban Legend. They were just like
everyone heard about 281-330-8004. Hit Mike Jones up on the low because Mike Jones about to blow. Come on now.
You know what? Once again, we want to go ahead. We're gonna end this live. But I want to. This is something we're gonna double back to later on. I'm tired of y'all acting like some of these rappers were popping and y'all know y'all.
Like Nas in the 2000s. What are y'all talking about? What are you talking about?
The difference between Nas and T.I. is that Nas is a legend and T.I. is just a nigga who married him.
T.I. earned his spot on the Mount Rushmore of Atlanta. T.I. earned that spot.
No, he's not. No, the Mount Rushmore of Atlanta would be off the top of the dome. I'm not even really gonna put a lot of effort into it. Outkast, both of them, put them on one slate, one face, whatever.
Yeah.
Future, which we're not talking about right now, but yet I gotta put Future
No,
on
no, no, no.
there. Jeezy and Gucci. Ti ain't no space. Ain't no space for Ti.
Nah, man.
Man,
Vote for Trump.
So,
Yo, y'all tired of people. Thank you. Ti garbage can
man,
emoji.
man.
Garbage can emoji.
I mean,
wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
could you really move Ti on top of the list he
You
just
know what? Here's
produced
how I'm
over
gonna
Future?
pull you niggas cards. I'm gonna pull you cards. Jeezy, Gucci, Ti. You gotta drop one.
Oh. Mm, personally, I draw Gucci. I never really felt with Gucci that much, but we get into it. Yeah, back in the day, there was a period when I hopped on to Gucci, but there was a period where I was like, that might have just been because of my Jeezy affiliation. I don't know, man. I might have just rocked with Jeezy too hard. I couldn't rock with Gucci. I don't know what it was. There was a point in time I just didn't mess with Gucci like that, man. So I'd have to drop him. Sorry, Grand Hustle all the way.
Well,
Okay, who takes the number one spot though for Atlanta?
Jeezy.
Oh, Jeezy. Easy,
It's
easy.
like that's how fast that answer is. Like it's not even up
Hold
for
on.
discussion. And that's
Let
why
me.
when people be out here caping for Ti, I'd be like, y'all already know.
All right,
Y'all already know.
so is it Jeezy, Gucci, then Outkast, and then everybody else?
It's Jeezy, Gucci, and everyone else, including Outkast. No shade. It's just they're like legends. They're like it's like when you think of
oh,
Gucci, you think of Jeezy. It's Atlanta. When
Mm.
you think of Ti, I
Oh,
think
okay.
of
No, 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 no. Wait.
wait. When I think of Jeezy, I think Snowman. When I think of Gucci, I think Bird. When I think of Ti, I think fake civil rights leaders.
Oh, you're like more recent Ti cloud your judgment. The mixtape game was on Ti's back. 50 Cent and Ti put the mixtape games on their back. They changed
See, Triple
rap
Big,
game
you know what
completely.
he's talking about? There we go. What's it? Outkast, Goody Mob, that type of thing we're talking about. Anybody who mentioned Ti, we never mentioned Ti in those
oh,
conversations.
Which is
Y'all need to stop.
disrespect. Which is
oh,
That's
disrespect.
well, let me throw it out there that with all this Atlanta talk, that no one said that not
But listen. I will say, Steven, you asking that question about Nas is like asking, yo man, did you mess with Jordan in like '01 and '02 when he's playing for the Wizards? Like, I mean,
Man,
he had a
that's
solid career.
that's what I
I will
said.
say,
He
you're
was
picking a
like,
bad time
hey
period.
man,
no.
Nas was popular from 2002
Hey,
2005. It's like also guess what?
was he,
The goats are not always
was he,
goats. Sometimes they have to take some years off.
I said Nas was not hot in 2000. This nigga had a heart attack. Oswald,
Oh yeah, no,
Oswald had
that
a
statement is
heart.
accurate. That
Because
statement is
Bob,
accurate.
no.
I think
You
five,
haven't posted the
2000.
live. No, you haven't posted the live yet. But
I'm,
that's the thing. It came off like it didn't come off like man, Jordan was bad with the Wizards. It came off like Jordan was bad. Dot dot dot. That's what it
bro.
came off as. Like
I,
man, everybody.
and
Why would he go at Nas?
then I
Because
turn around.
Nas is
I
one
was
of
like,
the
okay,
goats.
Nas is pretty much D Rose because he had two good seasons. He had two good albums. The rest of them,
Get your man.
man.
Y'all need to get y'all man. Y'all need to get y'all man.
I
This
don't.
man said Nas had two good seasons. The man won a Grammy like 3 years ago. You know what?
How
See,
many
this
people
is the
know that?
problem
How many
with you
people know
guys.
that though?
Whoa, let me get this
How many
straight. You wanted to
people
die
know
on
that
the
though?
hill. You
Dirt
wanted
won
to die on the hill for Ti,
Max.
but
The
you don't want to defend Nas. All right.
Wait till we do a Ti album. You'll see. Just wait till we do a
oh,
Ti album.
well, this is
You'll see.
a couple options for the crowd to throw out once we go through this Gorillaz album. So, woo, it's getting hot in here. Too many hot takes. We're gonna have to do another live sometime during.
It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. I
Uh,
am.
Yo, let me out of here, bro.
Hold up.
Let
Hold
me
up.
out of here, bro.
Hold up.
man,
Hold my
truth be
phone.
crazy a little bit too. But hey, yo, shout out to everybody that tuned in. Shout out to everybody that will tune in. If you get to this point in the live, I'm sorry that you had to hear some things that you had to hear. But well, it's been real. This is the album review club. That is a close on Nothing Was the Same.